same problems that ended our world on Earth. Go now. Start over. Initiating trimester 1. These children are the future of humanity. You will raise these children to be atheists.
It was belief in the unreal that destroyed the Earth. Our enemies built an ark, which is now headed here. The only known planet where humans can survive.
And should the Mithraik's ark ever make it here, we will not listen to their words. They believe that allowing androids to raise human children is a sin.
We must rescue our stolen children.
Do not tell them what I am.
I want to talk to you. Without the android for a second.
She's not an android.
Yes, she is.
She's holding them captive.
He needs to be with other humans.
I thought we were in sync, Father.
We've increasingly taken to impulses.
How many people did you kill on Earth, Mother?
You are all my children. I am only here to protect you.
She's the most powerful weapon on this planet.
Aloha! This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best TV show reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man. And here I am, October 1st, 2020, bringing you, as promised, from my unboxing video a few days ago, the end of HBO Max's TV show that started in September called Raised by Wolves. Just finished its 10-episode first season arc. And remember our rating scale, shock a thumbs up. It's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's bad to see, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And overall, for Raised by Wolves on HBO Max, it is a shock a thumbs up. Now this stars Travis Fimmel of World of Warcraft fame, that movie, but more importantly, the TV series Vikings. And he definitely sinks his teeth into this role. And I believe newcomer Amanda Collins, Abu Bakar Salam, and youngster Winta McGrath. Now, Amanda Collins and Abu Bakar Salam, they are androids who have been sent to a distant planet to restart human civilization once more after a terrible atrocity, war that has decimated Earth. So these two androids on a ship crash land on this, uninhabited planet, and, raise these fetuses that were brought with them to restart and recolonize and restart human civilization. We find out through the episodes that Earth is devastated by nuclear war, a holocaust, a great apocalyptic war, of a religious war, basically, from between believers and non-believers in their god called Soul. Most likely to do with the sun. You know, and as such, the program is a little heavy-handed in its religious interpretations and musings. But, you know, one cannot argue that both religious persecution, religious wars throughout history have made for compelling tales. And thus is the case with Raised by Wolves. Now, when I first heard about the show, and let me just be straight, HBO Max has got a lot of shows. However, their advertising stinks because I did not know about the show until a YouTube advertisement. So both Apple TV and HBO Max should really press a little bit more on their advertising budget to let people know that these shows are out there and to subscribe and check out their services. That being said, again, this show is a shaka thumbs up. Again, I found the religious implications and narrative plotline somewhat heavy-handed, but still as a science fiction colonization movie, this is a pretty epic story. Filmed in West Cape and Cape Town, Africa, these shows have an alien feeling quality to them that is very, very interesting, to say the least. District 9 was perhaps one of the first major blockbusters, in science fiction to bring forth a kind of African, background or setting to their science fiction. And you can really tell that they do a very good job. The town of Cape Town in Africa definitely serves this purpose well, along with some of the newcomers like Abu Bakar Salim, is an excellent actor and really portrays these humans, these androids that begin to develop human qualities. He is the father and is named such, and Amanda Collins, the mother. Because they start off with 7 embryos that they raise into children on this uninhabited planet. However, discover that some strange illness kills off their children and they are only left with 1. And thus their mission of recolonizing a planet with only 1 child is deemed a failure. However, we find out that the android mother is actually a war type of model that had been reprogrammed as a, mothering android, a service android like father, and has tremendous, weaponization capability, able to even bring down a starship, a colonization ship of religious zealots that also have come from Earth looking to inhabit this planet. She steals 7 of their children, or how many other of their children, to get back on track with the mission, and essentially kills all but a handful left of survivors from this ark that they call it, this space ark. And in doing so, incite the survivors' wrath, and they seek to destroy them, the 2 androids, and get their children back. That is where the plot really kind of turns and twists into more of a religious kind of thing, as one of the members, the leader of the Zealots, is accused of conspiracy, killed by Travis Fimmell's character, and he becomes the new religious zealot and begins to start hearing voices, which he believes is their God's soul. Now, him being an atheist originally, this is very unsettling to both him, and he believes he's going mad, and his wife believes he's going mad as well. But the rest of the Zealots, take this as a sign from God that they must follow him and do his bidding. Throughout this, you're not sure if this is insanity, if some way he's being mind controlled, if perhaps there is alien life on this planet after all, as both mother and father have found out there are some strange lizard-like creatures on this planet. So who knows exactly? But one cannot look at this without looking at, again, the religious implications of the storyline, that hearing these voices, believing them to be a sign from God, actually turns out to be possibly following maybe the devil, some type of evil influence upon these humans that, if perhaps left to their own devices, might have established a colony and found peace with the androids and their prior settlement. That is pretty much the gist of this show. And ultimately, it ends in episode 10 of season 1. Very confusing, setting up season 2 in the fact that Mother, being an android, somehow has an immaculate conception of some type of evil serpent, we'll just say maybe possible devil-like creature, the type of which seems to have inhabited this planet before. They also find that there's some type of de-evolution going on with the humans on this planet, and they are beginning to, go back to their murderous, earlier primal instincts and urges, which may be happening to Travis Fimmell's character as well. And this could explain the voices, but it is almost evident that there's some type of higher power, higher being, alien, who knows what, behind manipulating all this, which will be more slowly unfolding in seasons 2 and possibly 3 later on. I don't know if I want to continue this because of, I enjoy a good thick slice of science fiction, but, I'm not all that into religious interpretations and things like that. I don't watch a lot of like History Channel on crusades and things like that, or religious war history. I'm not a big buff, fan into that kind of stuff, and I find it a little bit not only troubling per se, but also just disturbing in the most, that humans who have differing beliefs could commit such atrocities upon one another. And that is the core, the foundation of this story, of these 10 episodes and possibly more with the seasons 2 and 3 to come, that this show kind of interprets and focuses the main narrative on. All wrapped up, neatly packaged into a science fiction type of pill to swallow, making it, at first palatable to me. But again, I don't know if I'm going to continue with it, but if, you're kind of into that kind of thing, religious dramas, persecution, historical kind of documentaries, historical references. There's plenty of that to sink your teeth into this. Looking at, things again like the Crusade is something you could definitely compare this to, along with a science fiction colonization movie or TV show as well. So it's definitely something to check out, something to be interesting. The effects in this are very well done, given a couple of snafus with CGI, a little fake trickery here and there, especially with some of the alien creatures. Especially at the end with this serpent-like creature, dinosaur-like creature. So yes, it is a little hamstrung by budget, but when they keep to mostly practical effects, such as the costuming, and the increased strength, enhanced abilities of these androids, that is far, far more believable and easier to accept and swallow. Again, it is a shock a thumbs up. I do recommend checking it out and seeing how you enjoy it. The very first episode, episode 1 of season 1, is available on YouTube. Just Google, just search on YouTube, Raised by Wolves episode 1, and you can kind of get the gist of how the season's going to flow from there, and see if you want to maybe check out more of the series on HBO Max. Again, I just find it a little troubling personally, because of the religious connotations around this show. Now, this is executive produced by Ridley Scott, and so the androids, you can definitely get a feel throughout all 10 episodes of an alien, Blade Runner-ish kind of feel with the androids. Say like, from Aliens Bishop-like, or Blade Runner, the androids that begin to find humanity, and even like in Blade Runner 2049, like I say, Mother in this show has an immaculate conception of some alien child, which turns out to be this alien reptile or evil, possibly evil alien species that comes out of her. Very much like an alien child from Aliens and Alien Covenant. You get that feeling as well, and then add to the effort that the androids have white blood, and it's not a far stretch to maybe, somewhere far, far in the future, this could be an extension of the Blade Runner or even the Alien shows, or at least a far-flung cousin or relative of such. And so that's kind of interesting to keep in mind there as well. And again, from executive producer Ridley Scott, you see the influence that, shaped his thoughts for this show. Along with some of the religious implications that he had shown in such shows like Prometheus and Alien Covenant. And even a little bit of, the story for 2049 Blade Runner, as well as, these androids began to basically become human, have feelings, give birth, even worship, start to learn concepts like religion and such, and have ideas of faith and such, even maybe more so than their human counterparts. And in the end, maybe they find humanity far more than, again, their human counterparts. All right, thank you so much. This is Trinidad, the Island Man, your Island Man, saying aloha, mahalo, and shaka thumbs up for Raised by Wolves, the first season, 10 episodes out on HBO Max. Check it out if you want. All right, thank you so much, and aloha.